What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video we're taking a look at a new plugin from Sound Device Digital under the United Plugins umbrella called Vox Ducker. This is a very easy to use plugin that allows you to duck vocals with music, and you can also use it for other ducking tasks that you would normally use it for, such as drum and bass. I'm showing an example here with Vox Ducker on a track that I made, and I'm talking over it with the product description from Vox Ducker. And before we do that, though, let's quickly go over the controls here. Like I said, this is very easy to use. At the top, you've got three different modes that you can put it in: broadband, multiband, and spectral. Broadband is just going to be your standard, straightforward, full broadband compression with the ducking. Multiband is going to split it up into 6 bands, and spectral is going to be the most accurate. It's also going to use the most CPU, but I would start from the left and work your way towards the right with the 3 modes, looking for or trying to get what you're looking for with the ducking. Below that, we have standard attack and release. In the middle, we have depth, which is going to control the amount of ducking. And this is pretty much the default settings that we have here. I think that this works really well with the default settings. And generally, since I've been using it, all I've had to do is adjust the threshold here for the most part. Below that, you've got the threshold, look ahead, and smoothness. Now, below that, you've got gain reduction, input, sidechain input, and output. It's weird to me the way they did this metering, because you have the GR on the left and the right, as well as the input, side, and output. So the way this is going to work for the gain reduction from the right to the left is going to be the more gain reduction you're doing is going from the right to the left. With the rest of the meters, the in, the side, and the out is going to be going from left to right. All right, let's take a listen to this. So like I said, I'm speaking over the product description here. I have it bypassed right now. I'll play it and then I'll bring it in. And of course, to set this up, so I've got Vox Ducker on the music. I got Vox Ducker on the music track, selected sidechain, and select my vocal here from the sidechain. All right, I'll play this with it bypassed first. If you're a video maker, podcaster, or broadcaster, or create audiobooks, you simply need to mix human voice with background music. This can be a time-consuming pain. All right, so as we can hear there, we got the music over the vocals, or over the voiceover. I'm going to turn Vox Ducker on now, and we'll go through these 3 modes, but let's start with broadband. And I'll probably adjust this threshold to get what I want here. If you're a video maker, podcaster, or broadcaster, or create audiobooks, you simply need to mix human voice with background music. This can be a time-consuming pain, unless you use Vox Ducker. Okay, I got there. Sounds really good. And like I said, this is the default settings. I've probably adjusted the threshold a little bit. Let's move over to multiband and take a listen to that. And I will say, as you go through these modes, you will need to adjust the threshold to get what you want. If you're a video maker, podcaster, or broadcaster, or create audiobooks, you simply need to mix human voice with background music. This can be a time-consuming pain, unless you use Vox Ducker, which can automatically suppress the backing track in 3 different ways to get the most natural feeling in the blink of an eye. All right, so that's good there. Had to raise the threshold there on that, or lower the threshold, I should say. All right, lastly, let's listen to spectral. If you're a video maker, podcaster, or broadcaster, or create audiobooks, you simply need to mix human voice with background music. This can be a time-consuming pain, unless you use Vox Ducker, which can automatically suppress the backing track in 3 different ways to get the most natural feeling in the blink of an eye. And it's not just for voiceovers. You may need... All right, so there's an example of spectral there. Lastly, let's go back to broadband. I'm going to use the depth here to show you how you can control the amount of ducking that you're getting with the depth. If you're a video maker, podcaster, or broadcaster, or create audiobooks, you simply need to mix human voice with background music. This can be a time-consuming pain, unless you use Vox Ducker, which can automatically suppress the backing track in 3 different ways to get the most natural feeling in the blink of an eye. And it's not just for voiceovers you may need a Mighty Ducker for. Think about drum and bass, and more. Just value your time and mix with Vox Ducker. All right, so that's pretty interesting. With the threshold all the way down there, depth all the way up, we're pretty much removing the music. You can hear it slightly there. So final thoughts on Vox Ducker. This is a very easy to use Vox Ducker, and I'm going to start using this in place of what I normally use to duck things, which is just the stock Studio One compressor, just because I can dial this in quicker, and it has some features that's tailored more towards specifically ducking something. The Studio One compressor works really well for me for ducking. I've got a preset set up, but it takes a little time for me to fine tune it, where this I can get some quicker results. But if you do voiceover work, if you need to duck things like drum and bass, this is going to make it very easy to do. And the intro price for this is only $15, and that's going to run until the end of 2022. If you buy Voxessor, if you pick that up, then you get a free copy of this along with that until December 4th, 2022. But definitely comment and let me know what you think about this, and let me know what compressor you use to duck things. And of course, I'll have a link in the description if you want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see content from me, then you know what to do. Any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time.